Hi, this is Camille from my Junk Journal Heaven. I want to make something today that I saw on a YouTube channel. It was Hither and Yon Studios, I think it's called. And she does a lot of things. She has her big book of journal ideas. And I love the things that she comes up with. So I decided I would make one for this Christmas journal. This is going to be a page from the journal. And I need to decide what I'm going to... Oh, I hate to mess up in one of these pages. Well, that's the way it goes. We'll just do what we do. I can always reprint them, right? So what she did was she had a paper that she folded in thirds. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold this in thirds. Move this one out of the way for now. And I'm going to fold this one about in thirds. It's actually, I printed it 8.5 by 11, but you know you always end up with a border on it. So this is actually about 10 and just under a half inches, just under 10.5 inches. So let's see, fold it just, I think just about there. And about there. And I don't think it has to be exact. No, and it's not, it didn't get cut even when I trimmed the white off of it, I guess, because it's not quite right, but that's okay. I can trim that up. I can trim up and make it even. Let me get my trimmer out here. I don't think there are big mistakes in junk journals at all. You can make mistakes, but you can usually fix them. They're fixable mistakes. All right, now this is my prototype that I made as she was making hers. She worked real fast on this one, so I grabbed a piece of paper that I'll never use for anything and have to think what I'm doing here. All right. She cut hers in 4 places. So I'm going to kind of measure here and, ooh, that's exactly 8 inches. Wow. All right, that's going to make it a little bit easier to do the cuts because they're going to be at 4 and 2 and 2. So every 2 inches I'm going to cut them. You don't have to do these even. They could all be oddball. It doesn't matter. It's not perfect. And I think what I need to do is ink this part so that I can see what I'm doing. And while I'm doing it, I might as well ink this one too. Ink all of them so I know where my folds are. Don't know what I need to know, but it never hurts. Okay, now where did I mark it? Oh, here. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to put it back on here. So I've got to, want to make sure I've got it in camera. Yes, I do. And I'm going to put it back on my grid so I can mark these even or cut them evenly. That one's not even marked even. Good grief. And I can erase these because they're off a little bit. I guess it really doesn't matter, but if I'm going to go by the grid, I need to go by the grid. So how is everybody? Y'all doing okay? I hope so. I hope everybody I hope there's nobody involved in the fire in Ventura County. I hate the thought of fires. Having lived in Southern California for many years, I just hate the thought of people being caught up in fires. I know one year there was a fire near the town where we lived. Actually, it was in the hills right behind it, and my daughter-in-law got a phone call where she lived across town from us that they were supposed to prepare to evacuate. And she was home with her kids, her 3 kids. My son worked in South Dakota, North Dakota. He worked somewhere on the oil rigs in one of the Dakotas. I think it was South Dakota, but I don't guarantee anything at this point. Anyway, he was gone. He was working, and she was there by herself with her little kids, so she just gathered up what she thought she might need if she had to get out and put it together, and they didn't have to evacuate after all. They got it stopped before it got down the hill to them, but it was right behind them on the hill. It was kind of scary. All right, this one she made 3, and she cut one off in the end, and I'm going to do that too, because you don't need one at the top because you're not going to be able to do anything with it anyway. It's going to be too close to the top to have any tags in it. Speaking of which, I don't have any made for this, but that's okay. I can do that in a later video, or maybe I can make some tonight. We'll see. Okay, I made that one 3 inches, and I think I'll make this one 3 inches. Just so it's different than the other one. Now that one I don't think I got far enough, but I can cut that with the scissors. Oh, I did get far enough. Okay. So this one, what's going to happen is this is going to be a wraparound on the page. And I think I'm going to put it this way. Well, that'll work. I can have a short pocket and a tall pocket on there. No, that'll still cover up the girl. I don't like that. I don't want to cover her up. I'm going to fold this paper the other way. Then I won't cover up my... Well, I still would cover up something. We'll cover up this part. All right, this is going to be a wraparound here. And what's going to happen here is this is going to be a tuck, and these are going to be pockets. I think that's how she did it. Yes. And then these are pockets, and you have to glue it down part way. Okay. And this kind of is a misprint anyway, this paper here, so it needed to be covered up. This side, it printed upside down from the other side. Let me see here. I need a punch to make the tops of the pockets. Hope they're about equal. Now this one I'm only going to do the 3 bottom ones. Yes, the 3 bottom ones. I guess the top one could be a top tuck, but if you've got something in the bottom one, you don't want it, or in the one next to it, you don't want it going up over the top one. I don't think. Might be a little awkward. Okay, get rid of all those. And of course I'm going to ink. You knew I was going to do that. If you watch my videos very much, you know I always ink. And I always say it's a personal preference. You do not have to ink. I have made many journals that I did not ink in before I decided I liked inking. I am going to ink the bottom of this. and the top, just for the fun of it. And I've kind of already inked the side, but I'm going to ink it a little bit more. And then down the side here, I think I need to ink these. And the bottom. Everybody getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. They're getting close. I hate to say it. It seems like it was just Christmas yesterday and Thanksgiving, and now it's happening again. Time flies when you get older. I remember as a little kid, you couldn't wait for Christmas to come. It seemed like it took forever for the birthday and the Christmas to come. Now I'm older, it seems like I barely get one done and it's time for the next one. And I usually make ornaments for my grandkids and great-grandkids, and that totals up to 30. I think we're up to 36 now, and we'll be 37 by Christmas, I think. So I make a lot of ornaments, and in the past I've tatted snowflakes and angels and all kinds of things. This year I'm not tatting. I'm not even positive that I'm making them this year. I have something that I may use that I bought, or that I'm buying, which is kind of bad on my part, but oh well. Once in a while they get a purchased ornament, but they get an ornament every year. My theory being, for the great-grandkids, that when they are adults, that they will have, I may just take that one off of there, that they will have ornaments, at least a few, to put on their own tree. Now, my daughter-in-law, I said something, they were saying something about one of their daughters last year not having ornaments for Christmas, and I said, sure she does. All the ones I've made all these years. And she's 23 this year. I don't know. I don't remember. I have to look up the birth dates. Anyway, she's old enough that she should have a lot of ornaments. And my daughter-in-law says, but those are my ornaments. They go on my tree every year. No, those are for the kids. Sorry about that. I guess I should have made her an ornament every year too. I didn't do that for my kids. It was something I started doing when the grandkids were all when I was getting so many of them, and I couldn't afford to buy a gift for everybody unless it was just a cheapy gift. Now, we used to do a little thing at Christmas. We did with even the adults, where we did a stocking. We'd have a family Christmas party, and I bought a bunch of stockings at Dollar Tree and put those out, and they put their names on them, and then everybody was supposed to buy something for everybody that cost $1. You weren't supposed to spend more than $1, so you could put a candy bar in, you could put a package of cookies, you could do almost anything you wanted as long as it only cost $1. And that way everybody got something from everybody. And I cheated frequently and made things that cost more than $1 to make, but it was still fun. And I think we had a lot of fun doing it. The kids had fun putting the things in the stockings. Of course, the kids didn't buy the things usually to put in the stockings, but they got to put in what their family had bought for everybody. I'm going to glue that one down. And because this is going to be a side tuck, I guess I'll go ahead and glue this now, because it's it's going to get glued at the edge real soon here. I better put some glue along here. I put it on the other side, but I want it to glue down nice. And then I need to glue the pockets here. And they're just going to need to be glued on two sides because they're already attached on the other side. So I don't know what I'm doing this year for sure. Maybe when I get them ready or done, I'll show you. I don't know. If I make something, I'll show you. If it's just something I buy, I don't know that I'll show it to you. We'll see how much time I have. It seems like I don't have time for anything anymore, and I don't know why. Okay, so I have 3 pockets here. And on this side, I'm going to take this one off totally. Right now I'm just going to turn it back and I'm going to glue these down. One year I had an extra snowflake, and my mother's best friend has, for every year except last year, and she's now 96 years old, has made Christmas cards. Last year she bought Christmas cards. I was shocked, but I was happy that she was still around because my mom's been gone for a few years now. And one year I had an extra snowflake that I tatted, and so I sent it to her. She framed it and sent me a picture of it. I was almost embarrassed. I mean, but she liked that, and it did take a lot of work to tat all those snowflakes, I can tell you. If I'm doing tatting, I usually start right after Christmas the year before. Okay, so I have pockets, and they have some, what do you call these? Anyway, they have some pages here that are like this, and I thought I could make, I'm going to pull them out here. I thought I could make some tags out of some of this. I guess these could be for tall journals. Look at that. That's the front and the back. They're almost exactly the same. And this one is, nope, they're not the same. Okay, but I can still make some tags out of these. So I just need to decide how big they are and what I'm going to do. That would make a nice tag, and that, probably the bells. The little girl is a little too big for a tag, but she'd be cute for something else. So I'm going to measure my opening for my tag. And it is 3.5 inches, so I'm going to go about 3 1/4. And the other side is about 3 inches, so I'm going, well, about 3 1/4, not even 1/4. I'm going to go for just under 3 for those. I need 2 of those and 3 of these. Okay. Now I got myself confused. I better write it down. I need 2 or 3 at, what did I say, 3 1/4? Yeah. 3 1/4, and 2 at, there's 2 3/4. Okay. All right, so I need to see what I have here and how it's going to work. Oh, that would work perfect for the 3 1/4 one. I'll lose a little bit of it, but it wouldn't be too bad. And I don't know whether I can tear off this white or not. I don't usually succeed real well, but you know what? I'm going to try it. I see other people doing it and making it really easy, look real easy. So it must be possible to do. Yep, see? I'm just not made to tear the white edges off. That's all there is to it. Mine have to be cut. And I'm going to try and cut this little area out without cutting everything. I want to get to the top of that. Okay, I can cut the rest of this with the scissors, but I think I'll leave the cutter out for the next one. Okay, there's one possible tag, and I think this would be a cute one, this other one over here. And I think she's going to be Mother Goose Jingle, new Mother Goose Jingle. Sing a song in Christmas time, mistletoe and holly. 2 impatient little girls, Genevieve and Dolly. When the door was opened, they shouted in their glee. And wouldn't you have shouted too, to have so fine a tree? That's cute. That is cute. Okay, this one looks like it's going to be the size for my smaller pockets. That thing is just bugging me. It's not in there right. There we go. And I think I'm going to try and cut that right there, because I'd kind of like this Christmas 1876 to put as a label somewhere. And this will fit in my smaller pocket, I think. Is that about 2 3/4? It is. Just about perfect. And I'm out of paper to back these, so or my file folders, I'm going to have to back them on cardstock, which isn't so bad, but oh, I cut off the label thing on the bottom. All right, let's see what else I can get out of this one. The Noel's too narrow. I think I could get something here, though. Kind of a challenge to see how much I can get out of this paper. All right, and this one needs to be about 3 1/4. Now let's make it 2 3/4, and we'll get it just fine. And I can put that aside for some other things, and take this bottom piece off for a label. Now I have 2 for the small tag side. That one and that one. And I only needed 2 for that side. So I have those. I just need 2 more for the bigger side. Wonder how big this little girl is. She would be so cute. But if she's tagged, she'll be stuck down in. That's okay though. She is awfully cute. Let's see how big that would be. Yeah, 3 1/4 she'll be fine. So, I'm going to put that aside for a minute, and I'm going to tear this. I can tear this when it's not the whole big page, and you're tearing off a little edge. I can tear that. I just can't tear the small edge off. And I do like having a grid mat. Makes it so much easier. Oops, that's going to cut off her little bow on the top. Okay. Let's see here. I need her to be 3 1/4. So there's 3. I center her up about... I think that should work. I can always cut it down a little bit if I need to, but I think this will be okay. She'll make a cute little tag. And that will make another tag for something else. And let's get the 3 1/4 here. There's 3 1/4 right there. And that'll make a... That's 3 inches. That might make a tag for the third one that I need. Let me see if there's anything on these other pages that I'm more enamored of. I don't want 2 girls. And I've already done this one. I think that'll work. Which means I need to cut off the white edges. And I will glue these to the cardstock and be right back. You don't need to watch me do all this, the gluing and the cutting. I'll get back to you in a minute. All right, I'm back. I have all my tags made. I hope they fit. I found this green cardstock and I thought it would make a nice edge around them. Oops, I didn't ink them. You're going to have to watch me ink. I'm sorry, I apologize. I don't know that it'll matter with this green around here, but I should have inked the tags before I put the green on them. I think it can still be written on. And I thought it gave kind of a... Actually, right there, the greenery that was on there matches it perfectly, so I guess it's okay. And I'm going to need to embellish a little bit, and this one needs to be... I decided to cut tag shapes on some of them after I had them already glued, and this one wasn't quite glued down, so I kept pulling it up to cut the tag shape on it. Oh, come on. Let's get some glue out of that hole. There we go. I got a lot of glue out of that hole now. I have to wipe it off. Okay, but we have glue. Anyway, I decided that I should make them tag shaped, but the ones that were already glued down, if I do that, then they won't have the green behind them. So some of them are tag shaped and some of them aren't. That's okay, they're journal cards. They can all be journaled on. I just need to figure out what to do to embellish them, to make them pretty. For Christmas. I think they're quite pretty already. They're beautiful, beautiful pieces of paper that come out of this. I don't know where I got this cardstock from. It says Brights, and it's got the most hideous colors in it. A couple of them are just really ugly. bright yellowish color that I don't know if I'll ever use. I might put it on the back of a tag for something else at some point in time. Who knows? Okay, let's see here. This is the small side. So I think this is a small one. And it's tall, so it's going to have to go down in that one wanted to be glued shut. All right, let's start at the top. We'll start at the top with this one, which is going to stick up above the page. That may or may not be a problem when it comes to the final thing. We'll have to see. I may have to cut that one down a little bit, and it's got that cute poem on it. I don't want to cut that one down. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll end up putting it down with another one and put something else smaller up there. I can always do that when I decide what I'm doing. And on this side we have these two. Oops. Okay, the little ones go on the other side. I'll get this figured out. Okay, this one goes in here, and this one goes in here. Oh, perfect. It fit. Now, the little girl's going in the bottom because I want to see her first. And this top one is, this other one I have is going to go over the top even further than the other one did. So we're definitely going to have to cut something off of that. Oh, phooey. I hate to do that. I don't know which to cut off. Let me see. I guess I could cut it right there, because I like this seam down here, or I can cut this part off. How much do I need to cut off? I need to cut off about 1.25 inches. So let me see what that would cut off the bottom. That's going to get rid of the green around it. Well, this top part I wasn't sure was cut clean anyway. It looks crooked, and it is. So I'll trim that as I'm doing it. And go ahead and trim this side. I'm not going to do the bottom yet because I haven't decided which one I'm going to take the 1.5 inches off of. And with the green gone, it may just be 1.25 inches. So if I take 1.5 inches off of this part, 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, and it still show that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I hate to do it, but it's going to have to be done. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. I want the bottom of the candy cane thing on there. And that means I can round the corners on this, or even make a tag top. I guess I'll make a tag top and round the bottom of it, since it's different than the others anyway. Or I can go ahead and put it back on the green. That is a thought. But I am going to make it into a tag top, since these other two are tags. And I can glue it back on some green. There we go. I have some left to back some other tags or something. And I do want to embellish these a little bit. So I need to decide what I want to do. And first I think I'll do a little girl. I already have some ideas for her. And put that away. I'm not sure if I have a red bow in here or not, but it looks like I do. I got all these bows from Temu, and some of them aren't colors I'd ever use, but there's no way in this world I'm going to tie these bows myself. I think I'm going to put that up there in her hair. I think that'll look cute in her hair. I have those other check bows, but I think this one just needs a red one. Oh, and I have some glossy accents that I can put on things too. So maybe I'll do that while I'm doing this. And I'll have to show you the end results later because they probably won't be dry in time to finish this video. But I think I'm going to put them up here, put a little bit up here on her hat, on the white parts of her hat, before I glue down the red bow. And maybe a little bit here on this bow here where it's shiny. We'll make it shine a little bit with these, with the accents around it. Yeah, I think that'll work. And I'm going to glue the bow down. Oh, I might as well use my Fabri-Tac. Oh, got my finger in the... Come on, Fabri-Tac, come out. There we go. Now, which way is the right way? That's not the right way. This is the right way, I think. I'm going to put it up a little bit higher. Well, I could always cut those ends off, can't I? They don't have to hang out there that far. Yeah, I think I'll snip those ends down just a little touch. They're not quite as long on there. That might have been a little bit too much. That's okay. It looks cute. Looks like a little flower type thing. That'll be fine. That'll work. Now, I think I'm going to put some on this. I'm going to put some in the middle. And I could put it on all those little dots. I don't know that I want to do that. Maybe I'll just put it on the swirls down here. I actually have some white glitter glue. White or silver, something. It's diamond puff paint, but it would probably look really good on some of this. come out. Let's see where I might want to put it on this one. I don't know that I need something on every one, but why not? That one definitely needs something on it. And this little angel can use something. Maybe I need to poke a pin down in here. Make sure it's open. Yep, it's open. All right. Let's put some of this on this little angel. Glitter. Ooh. Ooh, that's too much. I wonder if I can suck some of it back out. Oh, this one's a little harder than I thought it was going to be. That's okay. It'll give it some interest. Oh, that's got the same poem on it. No, that does have that's where the poem was. I was going to say, that has the same poem as the other one. All right. Let me see here. I think I'm not going to use the glitter puff paint till I see how that works out on that one. And I'm going to put some of this. Oh, that's too much. Way too much of that. Oh, goodness. I only need a dot. And it wants to come out in big dots. Hope you can see what I'm doing here. And watch me make a mess. I have all this stuff and I forget to use it. And this definitely is going to need something else on it. I think we'll put one of those stamps on here with the bells. It's just real plain down here and I don't want to cut it off. What do I want to put on it? Oh, I said one of those stamps that was in another video I did, but if you watched that one, you remember that I have these cute little scissors that'll cut right. You have to hold them backwards, but they'll cut right where they need to. And what do I want on there? Do I want an angel? Do I want some little kids? I don't know. Oh, we'll go for this one. This cute little angel girl here. And I'm going to have to use the scissors to cut down through the middle of these. All right, let's get the... I have to find some things that I had from last year that were Christmas things, Christmas or winter type decorations. I'm going to have to find those. I have some net that's got like the little snowflakes on it, and I don't know where it is. I'm going to have to find it. Oops. Let's see, do I want it this way? Yes. I'm so glad I saved these scissors. I thought about having a yard sale at one point and getting rid of them, but I'm glad I didn't, because they're perfect for cutting out these little stamps. That was before I started doing junk journals, of course. It's all dirty and dusty. Get rid of that dirt and dust on there. And I think I'm just going to put that back in my tool drawer, since I'll be cutting out a lot of these little stamps for the next little while I make journals for Christmas. Okay. Now this is going to go down. I need to move these so I don't mess up the stuff I put on them. This is going to go down here, but that's kind of plain. I don't know whether I can put something like that behind it and have it be flat. And I have a nice little black dog hair in there. Wonder where that came from. Couldn't be from my little black haired dog, could it? Her hair is everywhere. Let me see here. It has to be flat to go down in the... go down in the little pocket. Well, it does give it a little bit of interest. It's not real exciting, but it's something. I got all that at Dollar Tree last year, this netting, and I've got multiple colors. And I noticed the other day they didn't have any this year. So I'm glad I bought a bunch when I got it. When I saw it. Like they say, if you see it, buy it now. Because you never know if it's going to be there the next time you go. Oh, and where's my little spatula? So I don't get this all over my hands, my fingers. I just love getting glue all over everything. Okay, it doesn't show up much, but it did add something to it. I'll have to trim it down the edge here, and I probably have to glue it a little better down the edge. Maybe I'll just trim that all off right there. And I'll use this glue for the back here since it's going down on the top of that net. Oh, I have some white net I could put behind there. I wonder if and I've got some lace. Let's see if I've got a piece of lace that could go back there. That might be a little, excuse the reach. I have a scrap box over here with lace and things in it. I might have a piece that could go behind there that would be look better than that. Oh, so I have the black net. Oh, I have some white net here. That's not going to show any better. Do I want a little bit of lace? I think that's got too much. No, I don't think the lace is going to do me any favors. Whoops, and the black lace is trying to stick to it. Let me see. I see some down here in the bottom. Oh, that's not white. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that on there. And I can get it all over my fingers again. And that's getting a little bit thick. I'm going to have to put some stuff in it. Sop up some of the extra glue maybe. And wipe the top of the bottle off. Oh my goodness, I've got all the lace bits sticking to me. I need to find some of those knitting caps that fit on the top of these bottles. Some of the glue off before I touch this. Glue and ink off. Oh, I put that down on top of that stuff. I hope it was dry. Well, I have it out. I might as well put the other lace in it. Instead of piling it up on top. Which is what I tend to do. And there's more black lace that could have gone in there. Oh well. Too late. Oh, and I didn't put the net back in. I really have to get busy and do that. And I think I bumped the camera. All right. I'm going to trim along the edge here. Sorry about that. And I think that one will be ready to put in when it's dry. It really didn't do much for it, but maybe it'll show better when it's all dry. And this is not dry yet. None of these are dry yet. So guess what? We're not going to finish tonight. It's tacky, but it's not dry. So I'm not going to be able to finish them tonight. I will show you the finished product. Oh, now I lost the pen again. Oh my goodness. I'll show you the finished product with my next video. I hate losing the pins. Well, this one will have to go down. Oh no, it's in it. Goodness, look at that. It's right in it. Okay, this is Camille from my Junk Journal Heaven. Thank you for watching. I hope you come back and watch the next video. I'll be using probably the same papers. I do have another set of paper that I got that's periwinkle, and I'll be working with that also to make a journal. That one will probably go into a cigar box. I'm not sure about... I may make 2 of these Christmas journals, and one of them could go in a cigar box. We'll see. I'll see how many... Well, I've got enough cigar boxes to do that, I think. I'm going to have to get more of them at some point. But anyway, thank you for watching. Be sure to go to my Ko-fi site and see the journals I have for sale there. I thank all those who have subscribed and who watch my videos, and I'll see you later. Bye.